Hey there, this is Taylor from Morbid Orchid. If you have found your way to this video, I just want to start by saying thank you so much for showing up here. I'm well aware there is a million places and people like myself vying for your attention, so it's not lost on me and the rest of the band that you're, you know, showing up for us. You are the few, but the appreciated. Anyhow, what follows is my interview with Sheridan Ray. She is the graphic designer who made the cover to our new album, Idolize. I think she did an amazing job, and for myself, first and foremost, but for also anyone else interested, I wanted to kind of document this moment in time and pick her brain about her design process while that process was still fresh in her head. Um, This opens right after we conquered some technical difficulties, so you'll hear us make a quick reference to that. And being that this was conducted on Zoom, uh, it cuts out abruptly at the end. So, heads up for that. I don't know how to direct attention where I feel it is deserved in this day and age, but I think this young designer is an example of someone making really awesome work who deserves a bit of that attention. So, without further ado, here is my chat with Sheridan.
I appreciate the enthusiasm that went into trying to make it happen.
Oh,
So,
I tried so hard. I don't I know this is like I don't know, not I'm no big podcast or whatever, but I was like nervous to come up with questions and stuff, and I was like, okay, I got those done. And then this part I thought was going to be easy, and it was harder than the part I was actually worried about. Okay. Are you good to jump
okay.
right into it?
Yeah, and also sorry if you hear like noises. My dog's chewing on her bone.
That's cool.
Here. Okay.
That's a good thing to get out the way. My roommate's dog quite regularly claws at my door and is like, "Please let me in."
Oh.
Um, okay. Nice to finally meet you. I know we had a few phone calls, but it's cool to put a face to the name and
Same.
all that. So, could you please introduce yourself, your name, and if you have any fun fact or two about yourself, you can share that.
Oh, a fun fact. Oh, okay. Well, my name is Sheridan Ray. Um, sorry, I'm already forgetting what you said. Name and what else?
Something fun about yourself. And I should also say I'm gonna like chop this thing up and I'll let you watch
Oh,
it
sweet.
before I post it, so don't stress. If there's awkward silences or whatever, they will be cut out.
Bet. No, yeah, I think one of my hobbies, I like to do like aerial sling kind of stuff. That was something I got into recently. Austin has like a lot of like circus act places. Um, and so yeah, I kind of got into it and it's been a lot of fun.
Dude, that's sick. My girlfriend is extremely into that, and I just started learning staff, like the bow staff. So already
Oh my
some
God.
shared interest. That's really cool.
Yeah, you too, dude.
Do you like post your, is it a routine? Is that what that's called? Like, is there any videos or anything of you doing it out there?
I do put it on like my Instagram and my I haven't put it on TikTok. I was like that was something I was trying to figure out like do I want to post this to my art page but like I don't know. I figured whatever, I just did it. So, it's also on my art page on TikTok, but it's just like I guess like a process of like learning it and getting
Hmm.
better. Yeah. Hmm.
There are few activities in this life that break me out of the present, and I
Mhm.
have found just in my little intro to it that that's one of them, and I'm really thankful for that because I, for better and for worse, I'm just always something's going on up here. So it's nice
I
to
feel you.
a little reprieve from that. At the
Yes.
end of this, I am going to ask to for your like socials and how anyone should contact you. So
Okay.
we'll drive people hopefully to you. Uh,
Thank
our
you.
our tens of fans will swarm to you. Okay, so speaking of TikTok, that's where I found you. Uh, did you think I was a scammer at first when I reached out to you? And past that, once you finally made it to Morbid Orchid, what were your first impressions of Morbid Orchid?
Oh, okay. Dang, okay, so this was a while ago. I think when I first saw her page, what did I think? No, I don't think I thought you were a scammer. I think I was just like, oh shoot, I don't remember how I felt. I think I was just like, oh my God, like this is so cool. I'm trying to think. No, yeah, I think I was just thinking like, oh, this is really cool. And my first impressions of like y'all's band, I was excited because y'all have like kind of like this indie rock like
Mm.
genre to you, and like I really that's like my one of my favorite genres of music to listen to. And I think
Awesome.
also like my art style fits really well with y'all's kind of music as well, so I was really excited. Yeah, for sure.
That's that's nice to hear. I think I told you I am a graphic designer
Yeah.
myself, and as such, like I was like, so I've got to be designing the album cover, and I tried like a lot of times, and I think maybe I'm just too I've like lost objectivity, and when I was going through
Mm.
TikTok, I found your stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to ask my creative collaborator in this band is Joel. Well, it's everyone in the band, but
Mhm.
largely it's this guy named Joel, and we have this brutal honesty with one another. So like that thing up there, which is a smudge that you can't see, was an attempt at an album
Very beautiful.
cover, and he was just like, "Nah, dude, that's not it." And I tried like digital art, and I he was right for it because it just wasn't clicking. All to
Okay.
say, when I found your page, I was extremely excited, and it was your work. Like when I showed Joel, it was like immediately like, yes, that's the vibe. So very much felt on
Yay!
this side too. All right.
That's awesome to hear.
Yeah, you're extremely talented and you have a style all your own, which, as I understand it, you're pretty early in your career, so that's already
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Of course. So, what made you want to be a graphic designer?
I think like okay, so I didn't even really want to begin with, to be honest. I might have to take it back quite a few years. Like I actually was in this like park ranger class in high school. And so I think I was more set on the path of doing like I don't know, being like a park ranger or doing some kind of conservation job. Um, and after that, it like led to an internship. And again, like I was doing more of like the nature-y space, and I still kind of do to this day. But what happened? In 2020, I joined Austin Civilian Conservation Corps, which is a long name. I'm just gonna call it ACCC,
Got
for
it.
short. And they actually had a digital media team. So I'm gonna be honest, I did not want to work with kids, so I didn't do environmental education, and then I didn't want to be outside in the heat, so I didn't do land management. So then I just decided I'll just do digital media. And then over time, I've always been like a very creative person, and then like when I was younger, I had this one drawing I made that was like what is it? It's like a spiral. It's like a spiky spiral and has like eyes
Mm.
all over it. and I was like, I want to like spruce this up, but I feel like me just like coloring it in with marker wasn't gonna do it.
Mm.
So then I was like, you know what? Let me get Photoshop. And so I decided to like mess with it in Photoshop and I just like spruced it up and added some things to it. And then I was like, oh my God, I love this. This is really cool.
Yeah.
And then over time, I decided to do it again with I decided to make another poster. And so over time, I just like kept doing that. Um, and then I was able to bring Photoshop and Illustrator and more Adobe stuff to like my job. So like over time, I just started to do it more, and then I just like fell in love with it, to be honest. Like it's my favorite thing now.
That's so cool. It always strikes me how I feel like we do all this planning as people. And
Hmm.
sometimes like the biggest parts of our lives are just total chance. Like
Yeah.
it's like you chose like the option you were okay with out of the three, and then that set you down this path that actually ended up being something that you love. So it's kind of
Yeah.
cool how that works out. Um, you can go as big or small with this, and you can relate it to graphic design or not relate it to graphic design.
Uh-huh.
What are your dreams for the future?
Oh, hit me with a deep question. Uh, okay, I think it'd be cool to maybe have like a studio someday, like a graphic design studio, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. Um, Maybe even get into marketing possibly, but again, I'm not sure. Or just keep going with like freelancing just like myself, like by myself. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I know that like definitely want to stay on this path.
Hmm.
Right now I'm trying to like because I'm like self-taught, like I'm trying to like teach myself the basics like all over again, I guess. I think a lot of times like I'll look at something and I'm like something feels off.
Hmm.
But I don't have like the words to really communicate like why. And so like I'm trying to like actually teach myself like the basics and stuff like that. So
Uh,
right now, yeah, I'm just trying to keep going with this direction.
yeah, well, you're off to a great start. As far as the
You?
example right now, the communicating things part, I have found I often like fumble on my words, and it's been really nice to be like a visual creator because sometimes that helps you get an idea across that is hard to articulate with a few sentences.
Yes. Yeah.
And with like music, I really love at least how slow Morbid Orchid goes with music because I feel
Hmm.
like it's allowed us to be pretty intentional with what we say and
Okay.
maybe our gut reactions. This is my opinion here. I think
Mhm.
sometimes I think a revision on stuff is good, and both visual art and music are mediums where you can kind of be intentional and less off the hip with it.
Yeah, like take your time and really like yeah, make it reflect really like what you want. Yeah.
Mhm.
I agree.
So earlier you said you spend a decent bit of your time listening to like indie music and grungy music. What is an artist that you're really into, um, or like your favorite band, or if it's a solo artist?
Yeah, I love this question. So like I have like a lot of influences, but like definitely I love the band Crumb. And
Mm,
I think that was one of the posters where like, oh, yeah, I like that poster. I love that band. So definitely like psychedelic rock. Sorry, my tongue is so
you good?
stop. Um, yeah, so Crumb is a really big one. I also really like the Marias. Um, Tame Impala, Fleetwood Mac. Let me see. Also, I have other influences too. Salami Joe Rose Lewis.
Whoa, I'm checking that out. I'm not privy to that one. Salami Joe
Yeah,
Lewis.
yeah,
Cool.
it's a long one. But I think if you just look up salami, you'll probably find it.
Nice. I
Um,
did I just cut you off?
oh no, 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 you're good, you're good. That was yeah, that was the big ones.
I
Don't.
too am a pretty big Crumb fan, and I had tickets to go see them. And unfortunately, a family member had an issue that I just had to leave town for to
Oh, I'm
go help
sorry.
with. It all worked out on that front, and that guy I mentioned earlier, Joel, ended up receiving my tickets, and he did not know the band, so his first time listening to Crumb was live. And
Oh,
I guess they have a really cool visual component to their live performances too, so that made me happy. I'm like, they didn't go to waste, and now Joel's a Crumb fan too, so
yay!
super sick.
Yeah,
All
they're
right,
so good.
jumping into the album cover. I love it so much. I think he did so good. I I really struggle with releasing my grip, uh, just because, like I said, I'm a graphic designer. I felt like I have
Yeah.
to do this. It's my own thing. And I'm really happy I gave that a try because you so reminded me that that's a good thing to do sometimes.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
in a general sense, can you talk about your creative approach to making the cover?
Yeah, so and also I'm the same way. Like I get very like I don't know, like thinking I don't know, I'm the same way though, but I have to like let that go too.
Mm,
Um, no, but I think with approaching the album cover, this was honestly like this was my like second freelance project ever.
crazy.
So like the first project I had done was like a more of a corporate thing. So this
Hmm.
was the second project and like the first project where I really got to be creative. So I was like first of all really nervous but really excited about it. And I think the way I approached it was again since I'm like self-taught, a lot of it's been like researching what do I do in this step and what do I do in this step. So I started out with a mood board. Um and what's it called? Well, first, no, no, no. We had a discovery call at first. So we talked about what's it called? We talked a little bit about the band Morbid Orchid, and then um, what's it called? What the deliverables were, like what you were looking for. We talked a little bit about like color palettes and any visuals that you'd want to see. I know you mentioned like talking about like masks and birds and
Eyes, I believe.
yes, and eyes, of course, idle eyes.
Mm.
Um, and so yeah, we had a discovery call, and then after that, I decided to yeah, I made the mood board. I sent that over and the stop. Shh, shh. Okay, sorry. Okay,
Well,
yeah. Made the mood board. And I felt like I know you mentioned that like you'd want it to be able to sit next to my current stuff.
mm,
And so I figured that like maybe like a retro futurism kind of vibe to it would be good. And also because you talked a lot on the dichotomy between hopelessness and hopefulness. And so I felt like having that warm color palette would be good against that black background, which I also kind of do for my posters
yeah.
usually. Um, and so yeah, after that, um, I read the lyrics of the songs and then did the sketches. And the sketch for it was like multiple rounds of sketches, but the sketch for the specific album cover came from like again the dichotomy of hopelessness and hopefulness, but also the lyrics from the song where it said like I'm selfish, I can't help it, and then I'm nervous, self-serving, felt like was very like introspective. And I thought that would be good to like bring into play like the mask. Um, and then also in Ready to Blow, y'all say all the forced feeding leaves you hollow. So I thought of the idea of like almost like a hollow person. Um, and I'll do better tomorrow. A new day is dawning. And I feel like there's that like hopefulness again. Um, and so the hopefulness comes through like hopefully with the color palette and then with the eyes. Um, but I think also with the eyes, I like the fact that they kind of like show how like um they're just kind of watching, which can be like beautiful but also kind of eerie. Like the way they look is kind of eerie a little bit. So trying to also bring that into play. Um, but yeah, and then I like the idea of having a mirror in there because I felt like a lot of the things y'all talk about in the songs talk a lot on self-reflection. Um, so I also was trying to bring that into there too. Um, yeah.
Very cool to hear you talk about it. All your words, like maybe this is just because now I know what you designed looks like, but like every description you just gave certainly surrounds a vibe, and you definitely hit your target. Um,
Thank you.
like about your work too is I feel like while it sits alongside things that are trending today, I think it's a bit more timeless. Because you're certainly, I'm assuming you're kind of up to speed on like what's popular right now, but you're not just like regurgitating it. You're playing nice with it, but you're still doing your own thing, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
And
thank you.
yeah, you definitely, if I may say, like, I feel like your album cover looks like the songs sound, and
Yay.
that's probably what it should do, huh? So,
That's what I'm hoping for.
yeah. Did anything change along the way? Like when you sent those three
Mm.
rough sketches, were you thinking we were gonna go a certain way and maybe changed, or did that happen on your end independent of us?
Um, I think let me look. Okay, so I have my sketchbook right here. So let me see like again what I had drawn. Uh I think originally, yeah, I originally did those first three sketches. I guess maybe I thought y'all would pick one of those, but I'm glad that I kept going because I think I needed more. I think I also needed more time to like come up with something more. Um, so hmm. I don't know if I'd say anything changed per se. Maybe it was just like a pivot.
Mhm.
I don't know. But yeah, I think once you guys liked that one, I was like, oh, okay, good. I'm trying to think if anything changed. Um,
This was this was probably 2 months ago at this point, so I'm having trouble remembering, but past that first sketch, did we even have any revisions for you, or was it pretty like straight ahead?
I think it was straight ahead. I think once I came up with that second round of revisions, I think you guys like that one sketch with the yeah, with what we chose. I'm trying to think. Mm, I don't think so.
Something cool that happened on my end is when you sent the color palette, um it was merely just colors. And I was like, while all of these go together nicely, I think it really will matter like in what levels each color shows up. So I was
Uh-huh.
like a little hesitant, and then seeing the final work, I was like, that it's really nice and balanced, and it was, again, not to repeat myself, but it was like trusting talented people is rad. Um,
No, thank you so much. Yeah, I think the color palette I just like took from the mood board. I think I just took some several colors from the mood board that like you picked out like several things from the mood board that you really liked, and then I think I picked some colors from that and put them together. But I'm really happy that yeah, it came out like really good. I'm trying to think like um no, yeah, yeah. I I guess I had like a good feeling about them. They were also colors I really enjoyed. Um but yeah, I feel like that was you. I feel like that was all you because you know you you picked the colors that you really liked from the mood board, and I was like, okay, let me just.
I appreciate that, but I reject that that is what happened. I think it was all you.
Thanks.
So last question about the album cover is there any symbolism or things embedded in the artwork that you're, I don't know. I guess the question is there any symbolism? If you want to keep it secret, that's cool too, because I know
Ooh.
sometimes if there is symbolism, spelling it out for people is not the way. Also, if
Um,
there's no symbolism, that's cool too.
let's see. Like symbolism that like means something to me.
Yeah, just like um if the eyes are closed, does that imply anything? The mirror, I think, is an example. I think you kind of answered the question actually in your last uh answer with like the mirror and that stuff.
hmm yeah, I think that like yeah, I think it talks a lot on I think it talks a lot on like um yeah, I mentioned like self-reflection and like but also like emotional turmoil as well. Um the mirror's kind of shattered. So I think it also kind of talks on at least for me, I guess what I see is like mm, society kind of taking pieces apart, but also like the self-reflection as well, like seeing yourself kind of in a shattered way as well, but like trying to still stay hopeful and trying to still see like the beauty in it, I guess. Yeah, I think it's like there's a lot of layers to it, I would definitely say. I think that a lot of y'all's lyrics in your songs like touch on a lot of like the different themes that are supposed to be playing throughout it. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. Mm,
Thank you for like taking this so seriously. It's cool that like you read the lyrics and kind of
yeah,
clearly thought really hard about it.
for sure. I think that like it's really deep. Like y'all have, and I know like one of the questions you asked me too was what was my favorite song, and I have like multiple. I could not pick one. Well, actually, no, 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 wait. I think I might be my favorite out of all of them. Like, I think I might be like the favorite. Um, but I liked a lot of them. I liked Slow and Steady, I like Slow, Steady, Tether, Can't Be Me, Ready to Blow, Ray, and I, to be honest.
So sick. That's I don't know. Thank you. That's nice to hear. A lot of the ones you just mentioned are also my favorites. I
Hmm
think I like grew up listening to like punk rock, so I was kind of like my love letter to that stuff. Uh,
Yes. I love how like hardcore it is.
Thank you. Yeah. Uh, I feel weird. I I'm not maybe sympathizing with the position I've put you in. It's weird to talk about your own creative stuff. So I'll just say thank you,
No.
and I love that you listened to it and thought it was heavy and hard and I don't know, cool. Uh I am okay, so at the end of this video, I am gonna ask you to pick one song, and I think I'm going to play a teaser of it. Feel free to shoot this next part down totally, but I was thinking I could steal stuff off your TikTok and have like a minute of the song playing over your art.
Oh my gosh, that is so like nice of y'all. I love that you guys are so like open to like sharing my work. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Dude, not only open but stoked. This is potentially like so about the releasing my grip thing and how I think it's good to trust people. This is potentially a problematic opinion that I have. I think you should trust almost nobody, but that doesn't mean trust nobody. I think it's like be very selective,
Mhm.
and if you're that selective, it makes it really easy to let your baby go and have someone else's input on it. So, oh, running out of time, upgrade Zoom to Pro. Okay. I have got 9 minutes
Oh,
left. We can rock with that. Uh,
sorry about that.
no, no worries at all. I believe I was saying like if you're super selective when you do finally pick the people you want to work with, it's because you really believe in their work. Um, so you're one of those people, and I'm not just open to sharing your work. I'm like stoked to share your work because I think I might
Thank
get hate for this, but I'm like most art is bad, and I often my own art is bad. So like,
No way.
like getting involved with other people who are super talented is a privilege. So
Thank you so, so much. This is like so real. Like what? This is crazy. And you're in like Nashville. Like it's crazy.
the TikTok algorithm really showed up for me that day, and I hope for you too.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
You both have like little baby like lurker accounts, so I'm not even sure how I assumed you would have been a Nashville artist. I was like, this person probably
Oh.
lives close by, but no, you're down further.
Yeah,
Okay,
Austin's been like, oh, sorry, did I cut you off?
no, go for it.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, like Austin has been like a huge, huge inspiration. Like the Keep Austin Weird vibe. There's some like hippies down here. So I think that plays a big part in my art for sure.
There's at least one hippie down there, pointing our viewers to your background there.
Oh, exactly. Dude, my room, yeah. Yeah. I have like a bunch
Doing your
of
part to keep it weird, and that's awesome.
exactly.
Weird is
Thank
a
you.
compliment, if that wasn't clear. If someone sees the album cover and wants to hire you, can they follow you somewhere, or what's the best way to reach out?
Yeah, they can. So all my socials should be Share Designs, Sherde. Wait, SGNS. Do that because it like doesn't have designs is like spelled without the I. So like yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's
Got
like
it.
Sherdesgens.
Well, I will not be cutting out what just happened. I will overlay the correct
See?
spelling of your handle.
Okay, perfect. Just exposed myself.
No, no, no. And truly, if it does bother you, I can cut it out too.
No, dude, you're totally fine. I like the authenticity. And like to be honest, like now I'm like, why the hell did I even do that? Like, why did I spell it like that? Because I feel like I have to explain it every time.
No, dude, it didn't bother me none working with you, so I think it's the least of your worries.
Okay, sweet.
All right. Is there anything um you would like to add here at the end before I ask you for that song?
Um, I really appreciate you saying that my art is like reminds you of what did you say? You said something about like it reminds you of like old stuff or like another time.
I'm not sure what I said, but I can just speak what I think now. I feel like it feels both really refreshing and new while also pulling from just a lot of the stuff from the past that I love. Like
Yeah. Okay.
I'm mildly obsessed with like the 90s and I'm like this album looks like that's when it's from and I think that's sick.
Oh, that's so cool. Thank you. I was gonna say like it feels really good to hear that because I feel like one of my big inspirations, well, I guess like the 1960s like sci-fi art. And then also like the Art Nouveau movement.
You're I might be titling it wrong, but you do that like pointillism effect and the eras you're talking about definitely that pops up. Like the texture you apply to the art, which gives it that like
Oh.
looks like you could feel it. Um
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I think so I made a lot of it in Procreate and then I put it into Photoshop and added texture.
yeah, that's totally awesome. I'm an Illustrator guy, but more and more Procreate calls to me, so I might be jumping ship.
Well, I have a question for you. What kind of hardware do you use?
Oh, wrong guy. Uh, I have a Mac that my company gave me, and
Oh, okay. Dang.
it was stressed. It was stressed to me not to mess it up because I guess it's like 2 or 3 years old at this point, but I guess it has some sort of, I think the M1 chip. Is that something? Is that what you're asking?
No, I mean, yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. I know that I also am trying to get a MacBook and it said like M2, so it's a thing.
Heck yeah. Uh, big big fan, I think. Uh, that said, uh, I this is so corny, but it's very true. It's not the wand, it's the magician. So
Oh.
you're already killing it with whatever the heck you're using. As far as programs, Adobe Creative Suite is my life. I like Photoshop and Illustrator. I can't even imagine the hours of my life donated to spending in those programs. Uh, I also do things like in a weird gorilla way, so I've learned a lot of the standard practices, but having your own weird way, I think, is a good thing, especially in today's day and age when, for better or worse, stuff is kind of looking samey. So
Hmm. Yeah. I've also been like thinking about getting a Wacom tablet to
definitely,
help with like Illustrator and Photoshop. Yeah.
yeah, definitely do that. Um, I I am, oh my God, this is embarrassing. I'm inadvisably sick as hell at the trackpad, drawing with the trackpad, and my coworkers are just like, dude, what the hell are you doing? They all have the tablets. They're real designers, and I'm over here just like do 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 do.
But it comes out good?
Uh I think so, but that is not for me to say. I have a job, and I've had a job
Okay.
for almost 8 years now. So
Yeah.
it's not bad, I'll say that. Unfortunately, we've got about a minute 50 left.
Yeah.
So if there's nothing else, what song are you picking? And if you could give a quick why.
hmm Definitely I think that one's gonna be my favorite. Even though it was very hard to pick, there's a lot of good ones. Definitely because it was just like I love the hardcore beat. And I also really like how is it Joel that's singing it?
Mhm.
I really like how he says I in it. It's like
Yeah.
a yeah, I don't know, the way he says it is really cool too, I think. Yeah, and a faster beat and everything. Yeah, it seems like a song that you could like get up and kind of like mosh to.
Hell yeah.
Or a mosh pit.
Hopefully, Joel and Loey, who is the other singer in our band, just
Mhm.
had a baby boy.
Oh my God.
So, which is it's totally awesome. He's such a cute little guy. Um, but whenever we get back out there, hopefully we can get you up here for a show. And
Oh my God.
yeah, I think we might be out of commission just because they're new parents. This is a conversation for another time, and I have less than a minute, it's telling me. But
Sorry.
no, no, no.
Pressure.
I have like big dreams of making the album release show being like a masquerade to sort of play off your album cover. If
That would be
that
cool.
happens, I will let you know, and that I don't know, it'd be cool to like actually meet you in person and share the music that way. Um,
Dude, that would be amazing.
hell yeah.